Now with toss, this is McCaffrey. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
Jackson on first down. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Tyreek Hill with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Bengals are going to take a first-quarter lead. PAT up and good by Rosas. And that makes the score 7-0. Rosas now to kick this one away. This fielded at the 2. He juked him, and now running right through it. On 1st and 10, Locke. Hits his target. It's Taylor Gabriel. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. On first down, Locke. Over the middle, that's caught by Ridley. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. The passing game in rhythm right now for Pittsburgh. There's another first down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Carry now for Dalvin Cook. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. To throw on second down is Locke. Ertz has it left side. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
Throwing on third down, Locke. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. The passing game in rhythm right now for Pittsburgh. There's another first down. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it, they love it, because now everyone gets locked in. The confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about
trying for the tight end. Ertz, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And out now, here come the Bengals.
And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs. Yeah. So they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them.
Detroit! They'll run it now out of the gun. And a short gain across the 15 to the 17-yard line. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on third down? We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well. But when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
There's just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive. Throwing now, Jackson on first down. Steps away to his left. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the offense will cover this one up, but they'll be pushed back inside their own 10.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Jackson now down around his goal line. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Quentin Dunbar right there on the coverage.
All right, let's go ahead and detail this situation here. 3rd and long coming up, back near your own goal line. I would be very hesitant about throwing the football in this situation.
Maybe just run up the middle?
Yeah, I think that might be the spot for them. You got to try and find some space for your punter because you don't want him backed up where he has to alter what he does.
They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down.
Blue 90. Watch him now, Barney. Watch him now, Barney.
From the gun, Jackson. And going deep for Hill. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked off around the 41. And they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line. They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
Now Cook, and he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. On 2nd down, Cook. And across midfield he goes and into Bengal territory. It'll be a gain of 2 on the play, but they'll remain a few inches short here with 3rd down looming. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. Back with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin. It's Steeler football to begin quarter number 2. And they've got it here with a first down.
They'll try the air now with Locke. Ertz over the middle. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. The Steelers picking up 15 yards there and a first down.
As a passer, you're always trying to find that open window to throw the ball downfield. How about this one? Right in the middle of the field, right in the heart of a defense.
Now a first down throw. Locke escaping the pressure right. Wide open receiver complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. A first opportunity for the Steelers in the red zone. They have a 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line. From the red zone now, Locke dancing to his left. And here he'll get it down to the 7. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on 1st down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
Here's Luck now on 2nd down. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down.
One of the great coaches said football is really a simple game. Rush theirs, protect yours. And he's talking about those guys throwing the football. In this situation, the rush one, hitting the quarterback and forcing him into an incompletion.
And Luck opting not to run a play. He's going to take a timeout. He'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. From the gun, here's Locke. In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12. Grady Jarrett. He's the one that gets him down. It'll be a loss of 5, and it'll bring up 4th down. Now Justin Tucker's out to try the field goal. And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. Well, maybe a little bit of an anxious moment there as that ball got closer and closer, but it does curl in.
Yeah, actually did a little bit of a slow dance there with the left upright, didn't it? But had just enough space, as you said, for it to curl in.
And he's going to take this all the way down inside the 40.
Forget the idea of flipping the field. They have now put themselves in a position to score points with that big-time return.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Here we go now. 3-19. 3-19.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And this is caught inside the 5. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Tyreek Hill with his 13th touchdown of the year and 2nd of the game. And the Bengals are able to grow their lead. And his kick is good. Rosas now to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the three-point
kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way down to the 26. A big play that time for Pittsburgh. 49 yards. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. On 1st down, it's Locke. That is caught at the 7. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. The passing game in rhythm right now for Pittsburgh. There's another 1st down. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
12.
A shotgun snap for Locke. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise. Because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. He'll get it up the middle, and he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop. Ball right around the 5 here, brings up 3rd.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now you don't have a go-to play. Either side they pick, throwing it, running it, it won't be easy.
Now Luck on 3rd and goal. Under pressure, and down he goes. Luck is sacked. DeMarcus Lawrence coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it'll be 4th down. And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. And a second field goal here cuts their deficit to 14-6 now. A minute 59 to go in the 1st half. We'll come back to Cincinnati after this. Tucker now following the made field goal, set to kick it away. Tyreek Hill on the return. Oh, nice spin.
Oh, that brought back bad memories.
And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Bengals getting set to go. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
They go play action here on 1st down. That's out to Hill, right side complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. He got 29 yards that time. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it'll bring up a 2nd down.
Watch it now, Barney.
Trying to get to the outside. This is McCaffrey. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup, so from a good situation on 2nd and 2, it's now 3rd and 1. Jackson now. And able to haul it in is Kittle. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a 1st down. A first chance in the red zone for the Bengals now. They have a 1st and 10 at the 18. They'll give it up to McCaffrey. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. As they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. On 2nd down, Jackson. Buying time to his left. The escapability in evidence there is that one good for 15 and a first.
Certainly making his presence felt in both the pass and the run game. He's having an impact.
Yeah, and his first carry of the game right there, he had hurt him with his arm. Now he's showing that he can shuffle the puppies as well. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. 2nd and goal from the 6 this time. And now Jackson will look to throw it. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Adrian Claiborne. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the 2nd down play, they burn the timeout, making him sweat out the final few ticks here in the 2nd quarter. First and 2nd down were a disaster. Both went backwards. Now it's 3rd and 18. They need something big.
Now let's go. Green, 39.
Jackson from the shotgun. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining. So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half. This just a 35-yard attempt from the left hash. And Rosas puts this one through. And that will extend their lead here to 17-6. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
So we've reached halftime here in the Queen City, and it's the Bengals leading this one. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense now with a football first here to begin the 3rd quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the 2nd half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the 2nd half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. On 2nd down, here's Locke. And this is Ertz with it, right side. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
Block on 3rd down. And he connects with Ertz. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. It's a Pittsburgh first down, a gain of 13. Luck on first down. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete. Philip Dorsett, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Let's face it, perfection is something we all chase, whether it's playing this game or whatever we do. Hard to attain, but that's what they were searching for as that pass goes incomplete.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the gun on 3rd down, Luck. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 40. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And it looks like Steeler football. It is.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, these are going to be hot routes. If they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback, they've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield.
The sack cost him only a yard. It's 2nd and 11.
Watch it now, Barney! Barney! Over!
The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. Adrian Claiborne, the one who makes the stop. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there.
We always hear about the connections some quarterbacks have with certain receivers. I think this guy has a connection with just about everyone. Didn't mind throwing it in there against double coverage to him.
Shows some confidence, supreme confidence.
Big-time confidence that he would make the play for him, and he did.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. And he's able to carve out about 6 there, down to the 37.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Now Jackson on 2nd down. Throw left side, taken in by Hill. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Well, there's your leading receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage, putting on another clinic, well over 100 yards.
Are we taking notes? We should be, right? Because I'm going to go back and watch this tape and really enjoy what I'm seeing. The route running, competing for the football, just breaking down a defense.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ballgame. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game. That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the 3rd quarter.
Not only pulling away, you mentioned that slowly but surely, you also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
Rosas now to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And the Steelers set to take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. After the interception, here's Jackson. And he fires one that's intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. Now they needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the third quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break. Taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
After the interception, it's Locke. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the linebacker, Telvin Smith. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation, but sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Space to run past the 20. Throw left side. McCaffrey's got it. And he'll finally be taken down at the 2-yard line. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
On the ground, McCaffrey. And he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals. A great effort there. Touchdown number 22 on the season. And thanks to the interception, the Bengals offense cashes in with 6. Rosas good with the extra point. And they open the lead up now to 25. Rosas now to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Steelers offense gets ready to get back onto the field. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up. Yeah. Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. To throw on 2nd down is Locke. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. you're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Out of the gun, Locke.
finding Gabriel, complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. And they pick up 25 as they convert on third.
12. Check up. 90.
Back to throw. Love. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. They'll give him a yard on the play, and that'll bring up second down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Back now in Cincinnati. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. Again, Love. Eluding the pressure right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up third.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
And the Steelers on third down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 9. Luck throwing again. And this is Gabriel on the catch. He went over 100 yards in the wild card round. He's over 100 here as well. And a first down. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. Well, once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Second and 10, Luck again. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 13. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. They start on the ground with McCaffrey. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Detroit! Detroit!
Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. Flush to his right. He's going deep for Brown. This is caught inside the 15. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. That one goes for 36 yards. Now, what can they do here on 2nd and goal? 3 red zone trips so far have yielded 2 touchdowns and a field goal. Here's Jackson to throw. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. Well, he's got to have that wrong, doesn't he? They declined that.
There's no doubt about it. Sorry to step on you there, partner, but let's go ahead and run this one together, right? Incomplete pass, yet they call pass interference, and somehow you're going to decline that penalty?
I'm so confused. Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. He's going to get it running right, and he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal. So stuff for no gain on 2nd down brings up a pretty interesting 3rd from this distance.
I'm throwing the ball, and I'm not even thinking about play pass. I'm going to let them know right away I'm throwing it. Probably giving my quarterback some room, sprint him out to one side or the other, and give him an opportunity. If it breaks down, he can take off and run for it.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. I guess not content to get another 3 here late. They'll try to add 6 more as they go on 4th and goal. 4th down, here's Jackson. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. They can't hook up here on the 4th down pass attempt. And this Steeler defense able to come up with a stop. The Steelers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get them down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive,
and he's going to be taken down, sacked back at the 2. DeMarcus Lawrence in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. From the end zone, Love. And an alley to run. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. 17 yards on the pickup. And that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock has gone off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
Hurry!
A shotgun snap for Love. And now here is another interception. Derwin James with a pick. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now.
And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. George Kittle, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Bengals use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. PAT up and good by Rosas. And that will extend this big lead. Rosas now to kick this one away. This is taken at the 3.
Even after that big-time return, it's not looking great for them today. But if nothing else, even if the miracle doesn't happen, they can turn to this play and say, hey, we can move forward. Maybe it's a building block for the rest of the season.
So good field position for the Steelers as they come up 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He's going to float this one deep. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And a great return as he's up close to the 40-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
The tight end Kittle has it on the left side. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. And, my friend, I think it's safe to say that this game is pretty much deceased at this point. It's taken a knee, so to speak.
It is definitely this victory formation. Take the snap, take the knee, call it a night, call it a game, call it whatever. I agree with you totally. I don't think there's much left to get except for those who want to run up the score.
I knew this was over about a minute ago when you took your stat sheet and just flipped it over your shoulder in the trash can.
Yeah, that's similar to the guys cutting tape off right before the game's over. We know this thing's done.
The Steelers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. What a difference a week makes. Last week, he hit on over 80% of his passes. This week, he's down under 50%. What do you see as the difference?
Well, I think we're used to seeing a drop. If someone's over 80%, they're not going to hold that number.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Jamarcus Lawrence in there to get him. And that's sack number 6 for him on the year. The Steelers on third down. 5 out of 9 thus far. This is 3rd and 17. Time for a break. We'll come back and wrap up garbage time after this. Third and long. It's Locke. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Now a hit, and Locke lost the football. It's out, and the Bengals have recovered it. And they're not able to convert on 4th down.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, you'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. Oh, Jackson's going to throw it. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. Jackson. Flushed out right. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
Tempo. 11. Hey, easy.
Now a 1st down throw, Locke. And now here is another interception. Derwin James with a pick, and he will score. Touchdown, Cincinnati. Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. Rosas good with the extra point, and the lead will swell by one more. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This fielded at the 2. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. The Steelers' offense now, they head back onto the field. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. Ertz has it left side. Oh, now he bowls him over. And that one results in 35 yards.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, he was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Luck on first down. Escaping the pressure right. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was, and constructed a defense to try and chip away at that, and thus far they've been successful.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
I know at times people think we use it too often, but you've got to be able to throw guys open, and when you read zone, you've got to stick it in there before your receiver gets to the next guy in the zone. Otherwise, you bring him into the play.
And that's precisely what allowed that defense to disrupt the pass. Now he'll escape to his left. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for 4th down. The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches.
675.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And he connects with Ertz. And he gets this down to the 18. Good enough for a first down. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th.
Gun.
From the red zone now, Locke. Over the middle, that's caught by Ridley. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game. Throwing again is Locke. And this is going to be intercepted. Derwin James with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman.
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
with the Eagles.
That's right. Then with the Eagles, and I believe it's against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. And despite the late lead, Jackson to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that's caught inside the 30. And what are the whistles for? Timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. Throwing now, Jackson on first down. It's complete to Brown, right side. Now we'll get whistles, and they've signaled for a timeout. Not sure I see the logic in this, but we'll get a stoppage anyway with 5 seconds remaining. From the red zone now, here's Jackson on first down. Steps away to his left. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket.